Hey, if you're here, don't forget to subscribe to the Curiosity Wiki YouTube channel. Activate the bell to be the first to see the new videos. A year for a human is not the same as a year for a dog. You may think dogs are aging 7 times faster than we do, but it's not that simple. A dog that is 1 year old is actually already 31 years old. But here's where it gets tricky, because 2 human years is not necessarily 62 years for a dog. In fact, your friend will need to be around 4 years old in our years before he reaches old age. A 4-year-old dog will be 50 years old, but a 7-year-old dog will be 62 years old, and an 8-year-old dog will only be 64 years old. So they age faster, but also slower as they age. Next time you celebrate your best friend's birthday, make sure you put lots of candles on the cake, and buy even more presents than you normally would. Dogs have color blindness. This is another myth. It's true that they don't see colors exactly like we do. They have trouble distinguishing between red and green. To them, everything looks like a mixture of shades of gray, brown, blue, and even yellow. That's because their eyes don't have one of the 3 photoreceptors needed to perceive colors. You can't teach an old dog new tricks because of their advanced age. They might need more perseverance from you, but it's not impossible. The key to success in this case is to be as positive as possible. If you see that he's not feeling up to it now, that's fine. Let him rest, and in a little while you can resume the training session. Reward should be an important part of the whole process. Give Max his favorite biscuit, and then he will do whatever you ask him to do. It may seem strange to some that a dog wears shoes. But just think, if it's 32 degrees outside today, imagine walking barefoot on asphalt in such heat. You'd feel like you were stepping on lava, and so would your pup. Some dogs are better prepared to cope with different weather conditions, but dog shoes can prevent your little one from hurting their paws. Likewise, in winter, when it's very cold, you wouldn't go without a jacket, so make sure your dog has the warmth he needs too. Dogs with a lot of fur don't need to be clipped to feel lighter. They have what's called dog skin. In winter, a layer of fur thickens, which gives the body an extra layer of protection against the cold. Then, during spring, the dog will shed some of its fur and keep the dog comfortable on warmer days. You can also find different alternatives to keep them cool. Walk him in the shade and always bring a bottle of cold water with you, so that your friend is always cool. At home, you can put damp towels to lie on. Not all dogs are good swimmers, but all dogs like to swim. If your dog can't swim very well, it might be because he has a bulky chest and his head is big and flat. That's why he might not be able to keep himself afloat. The solution would be a swimming vest designed specifically for dogs. Some people might say that a slightly open window is enough to keep a dog in the car. This is not true, because after spending just a few minutes in a heated or even cold car could mean serious health implications for your best friend. Some countries even allow you to let a dog out of the car if you see him inside to let him breathe. If your friend can't stand postmen, it might be because they're trying to protect you. They bark because they are trying to warn you that the mean postman is coming. You can remedy this by introducing them to each other. That way your dog will recognize them as a friend and not a villain. Unlike you, the dog is not yawning because it is sleepy, but it is a way of showing its anxiety. If he doesn't like cats, and there is one around, he might yawn. Or maybe there's a new person in your house and Max is not comfortable around them. Yawning is also a way for her to show you that she's running out of patience, and it might be time for both of you to leave. Dogs eat grass when they're sick, but that's not always the case. It can also mean it's just bored, they do it, and to be rebellious, or just because it's fun. Just make sure they don't eat too much, otherwise go to the vet. Even a little chocolate is poisonous to your puppy, and needs to be kept hidden at all times. Including cocoa powder and patisserie chocolate. This goes for cats too. If you suspect that your pet has eaten a large amount of chocolate, take it to the vet immediately. Well-trained dogs will do what they're supposed to do and obey commands, but don't think they'll never bite you. They may act this way because of their excitement. Imagine the frightened puppy put in an uncomfortable situation with many new faces. The puppy is not able to control its emotions, so when a new person tries to reach out to pet it, that person is punished. Nothing serious, but unexpected. Maybe he felt he had to be defensive, thinking he was protecting and guarding you. This is another reason why a dog might bite. He may also do this if he feels intimidated. How nice it would be to have two dogs and you're about to enter the house. One of them is waiting for you in his bed, not doing much, and the other comes running to the door, jumps up and wags his tail while running around in circles. That doesn't mean he loves you more, just that he's not well trained yet. Tail wagging doesn't always mean he's excited. You can observe a dog's tail to understand what he's feeling. If he is holding his tail up, but not wagging it, he is alert, but trying to assert his leadership position. The tail held up that he is wagging means the feeling has changed a little, and he is happy. The tail between the legs shows how your dog is feeling scared, or if there is a dangerous dog around, it may mean that he is feeling fear. A tail that is outstretched means that the dog is receiving new information, but not reacting. If a dog wags its tail quickly, it means it is excited. The faster it wags its tail, the happier it is. Slow tail wagging conveys insecurity. It could be because of another dog or person. Now imagine your dog wagging his tail, and you can even see his hips moving. This means he's friendly. It could happen when you're in the elevator and he sees his dog best friend. The worst tail wagging is the quick move vertically. When doing this, your dog can be mean to others, and it is best to walk away from the situation. But if he wags his tail to the right, it means he is more relaxed, and if he wags his tail to the left, it means he is stressed.